speed right? Yeah, no, I did. It just seemed slow. Anyway, without further ado, on the top left side of Neo Desert Tech, playing in the green colors as Protoss, it is the one and only Franscar.
And here in that other corner of the map, spawning in the orange Zerg, the very classically colored Zerg, I would say, it is Myrault.
Indeed. Now let's just share a little bit of background on Franscar. Franscar's played Starbow for a very long time. He used to be part of the Starbow development team actually for a little bit as well. I think he was on when we first started a development team and not just Cabell doing things. I think he was on almost from the very beginning. He's played versus Innovation in Franscar because he won the first. Franscar won the first Starbow Ladder Cup, and the winner would play versus Innovation, which he sadly lost all the games there, but he did win the whole Ladder Cup. He's played in the King of the Hills that Artosis had versus Beastie Cutie and narrowly lost 3-2, but to be honest, Beastie Cutie was embracing some strategies which were very not intended and that was immediately nerfed, and the fact that Franscar almost won in spite of that is quite insane.
Ah, so he was battling against the Imba. Yes,
the Reapers were just insanely good versus Zerg at that time, and they have been changed since. Let's just put it that way. And we have look at all the fanboys cheering for him in the Twitch chat. If you like Franscar, give a little Franscar boys out now. We'll give him a little love and support there. Myrault we know a little bit less about. He only played in he's played in 2 other Starbow tournaments. The last one he played in, he did get beat out by some early game cheese early on, unfortunately. And speaking of early game cheese, he's actually getting 6 early Zerglings.
Oh, yeah, looks like Myrault wants to get the aggression going. We've got a forge already up for Franscar and a cannon coming down. Is that gonna be enough?
This is quite a wide choke, and this is my fault because it basically, like I said, we have been widening out the chokes.
Yeah.
To make sure
that he can place down a gateway to the bottom right of that pylon and sort of make this more difficult to move around.
Is he actually gonna put down Nexus? No, he's a little bit scared of doing that. But here comes the photon cannon's gonna complete exactly.
The gateway goes down, but the tiny choke is enough for the Zerglings. Most of them survive. Only a single one dies. Probes are getting... Oh no! They get saved! Nice micro there by Franscar.
Yeah, but these Zerglings are going to get into the main base. They are going to be very annoying. He cancels that one gateway, and the probes are going to have to defend versus this.
Nice probe drilling happening. Of course, the probe's a little bit more utility than in regular StarCraft. These Zerglings are falling very quickly. Fantastic control here by Franscar, who's really minimizing damage done by these early lings. The
early lings, like, all of them barely survive still, but they can't really do anything anymore. They're like Artosis. They're very fragile. If you step on him, he's gonna break. So yeah, it's not funny. I'm just taking words out of In Control's mouth here, so I'm gonna trust him.
Oh my goodness. So yeah, Zerglings get picked off relatively quickly, and Myrault still trying to get a kill, gets a probe kill. So that's 4 workers killed for 6 Zerglings. Right now though, Myrault is getting himself a hatchery up, getting quick lair. So I expect sort of a Hydralisk counterattack, like a follow-up.
Yeah, this is actually quite interesting. Franscar going for the 2nd photon cannon here. I think it was a little bit of a panic there. That was not really necessary, but he wouldn't know that at the time.
No, this is the difference between, hey, this guy is making 6 Zerglings early on, and hey, this guy is committing to Zergling aggression to try to kill me.
Yeah.
This one pylon basically takes care of that last scenario.
Very early layer follow-up from Myrault, and he might go for some super early muta play, and that's actually going to be really strong. Franscar just might get caught with his pants down here. That like he doesn't have really anything. He can bring out some zealots to force out some Zerglings and a spinecrawler, but well, it's going to be a while until the mutas actually arrive.
So you think it's mutas rather than the Hydras?
Yeah, because of the super early layer. And there we go.
Okay.
Here comes the Spire. Yeah, you wouldn't go this early there. Unless you want to go for some crazy lurker build, but then the Hydralisk then should have already been started. Like before the layer finishes.
Oh yeah, of course, Hydralisks... for some reason my brain was convinced Hydralisks quick-fired layer.
Oh, there we go. Oh, it happens in StarCraft 2. Oh, wow. Dude, Myrault, you sexy beast. The way he surrounded that was insane. That was actually really good micro by the drones there.
And that was actually getting cancelled here. Myrault doesn't think he needs it anymore. He knows exactly what his opponent is doing, and what he isn't doing is making out of his gateway. So Myrault's pretty confident about his chances here.
Why isn't Franscar blocking off more of his wall with these buildings?
I don't know. Maybe it's a little bit of the nerves. He's made it very far indeed. Now more Zerglings coming in, and indeed they have free reign once again. But Franscar has more workers than he had before, but these
Oh,
are
but
more
these
Zerglings.
Zerglings have speed though, and that makes them much more effective and closing in the distance and doing damage here. So a lot of dead probes here.
Oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear. Franscar is beginning to feel the pain. The worker count is dropping dramatically, and I actually think this might just be the end of the game, that the mutas might not even be needed.
No, this is actually quite insane. Anyway, look at this. Like the moment he's gonna hold this with only 9 workers left, and maybe a Nexus less, then
Stalker.
yeah, here comes. Actually, Stalkers are really good versus both mutas and Zerglings, so that's a good choice.
Really?
Yeah, Stalkers
Well,
are very
that
good
makes a
versus
lot of
light.
sense,
Yeah. Like if you go for like Mutaling Blink style in Starbow, then Stalkers is definitely the unit you want to make. And High Templars after a while, but yeah.
Yeah. Myrault, in the meantime, keeping all of his Zerglings alive for as long as possible. Ooh, Zealot there. Good bit of extra damage. Mutas are beginning to come across the map. They are now flocking in. There's nothing here that shoots up just yet. The first Stalker, where is it? Is it here? I can't see it.
Why is it taking
No.
forever? GG.
It was on the other side of the